What is up? What is up? What is up? It's your main man JD here, broadcasting live from the Illinois, and we are going to be doing everyone's favorite show. I don't know if it's everybody's favorite show, but it's the newest Marvel show out right now called What If, and this is season 3 of What If. And we are going to be watching that, hopefully doing a watch party tonight. So everybody who's here right now, Marvel did something, or I should say Disney Plus did something that I was not expecting and released the episode like early today. And everybody was expecting it to drop at 8 p.m. tonight, when instead it dropped, I believe, at midnight last night. So yeah, it's a little bit different. It's not exactly what we were going to be expecting. So some of you may have seen the episode, some of you may have not seen the episode already, but we will be watching it and reacting to it. So if you have Disney Plus, go ahead and get that Disney Plus pulled up, and then you can watch it with me. We can watch together, because a lot of people thought that it was going to be debuting at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So I don't know what the release schedule is going to be for the rest of the week, but I am hoping that they stick to the late evening release schedule, because that is definitely helpful for all of us streamers, as opposed to the midnight stuff. Like, I'm gonna have to change my whole schedule up if we're gonna do that, but I will do it for you guys since I don't have to work. So as we get going, please, if you're watching right now, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are on our drive to 300 subs, and you can help that cause right here, right now. I think last time I checked, we were at 270. So now I'm seeing that number tick up slowly but surely. So I need your help. Hit that button right now. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, because we need all the likes and the subs that we can get to get this channel popping. Jazz dropped a comment. The real what if is if everyone likes and subscribes. Facts. That's what we need. Each and every person. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. So what we're going to be doing first, as we get started, is watching a bit of a preview of the upcoming season, and then we're going to jump into the episode and the reaction to the episode. So I will switch that off and jump into this real quick. And let me get this one set up. Hit the screen share button, and we're going to do that and share. Boom. Okay, and switch back to this and throw this banner on. These are all the little behind the scenes things that we have to do. So interesting. But anyway, on this episode of Watch Stuff With Us, we are previewing What If Season 3. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Watch Stuff With Us. I am JD, your Masters of Ceremony for right now. We are going to be previewing What If Season 3. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button right here and right now, and drop a comment, because I will air your comments on the screen, and I respond to each and every comment that you drop below. So please do that. It really helps our channel. So without further ado, we will jump into What If Season 3, and we'll be watching a recap that was done by the super good channel called Everything. I think it's called Everything Always. Yes, I watch it all the time, and I should be ashamed of myself for not knowing that. But we're going to be watching their recap and reacting to that as it goes, as a way to give you a little bit of primer, a little bit of a preview for the upcoming season of What If. So let's jump into that right now.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires Right on Time, and as promised, the first official trailer for What If Season 3, which drops next month on December 22nd and runs until the end of the year with daily releases. Now, we're going to go through this thing. There are a ton of Easter eggs packed in here. Try to point out which characters are which, who is who, and what episodes they're in. We know some of the episode titles, or at least can match some of the rumored titles to the scenes we're seeing in this trailer, and there are some really interesting frames that are only up for a couple of seconds. We'll make sure to freeze frame those and talk about what's going on, and of course the enormous
this is a really good channel, so hit the subscribe button for them as well too.
Reveal that the scoop was right. Storm is indeed in this episode, and she will be wielding Mjolnir, voiced by none other than Alison Sealy Smith, who voices her on X-Men 97. We're breaking down the brand new trailer for What If Season 3, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. I know some of you have been watching videos here at the channel and maybe haven't subscribed yet. I would just kindly encourage you to do so if you appreciate the content, and of course, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the first frame we get is of Monica Rambeau and Sam Wilson's Captain America from the Mech episode. We then see Spectral Vision, Nebula, Korg, and Groot. We then get a shot of what is definitely Riri Williams as Ironheart. And interestingly enough, if you look real close behind her, apparently there's other people in what look like Iron Man suits or something close to that, maybe even.
What do you guys think of Riri Williams? Just from a little bit that I've seen so far in the Black Panther 2 movie, not overly impressed. It was a little cheesy, so I'm gonna need way more development out of her character before I decide if I actually like it or not, which is, it's kind of shady to say, kind of bogus to say, but I need more. I think that there's so many characters that they have right now that they just need more background on them so that we can learn more about them, and then we can develop some sort of feelings for them, because at this point I got nothing.
Bots of her own making. We then get a shot of Wenwu, that's Shang-Chi's father, and we know that's from the rumored episode title, What If Wenwu's Story Was Told, as a Western. The next shot we get, including this group shot with Wong and Okoye, is actually from the Spectral Vision episode. We know that because later frames we're going to see in this trailer include these characters fighting Spectral Vision. We then get a very curious frame of what if Maria Rambeau was Captain Marvel, surrounded by, interestingly enough, villains that look like Watch.
Pretty sure that in the comics, Maria Rambeau was actually Captain Marvel at one point. So I definitely understand why they're doing a What If episode sort of surrounding that.
But they're not. And then this frame of everybody beaming in like Thanos, except you can pretty clearly tell that's Nick Fury in front, and to his right there, that's definitely Agent Coulson. And I suspect this may be from an episode rumored to be What If Thanos had attacked New York in that original Battle of New York. We then get a quick scene out of an episode that's going to include Darcy and Howard the Duck, the long-awaited arrival of Howard.
Darcy and Howard the Duck has to be a crazy combo. I'm sure it's going to be pretty funny watching them interact on screen. I know Howard the Duck has even appeared in one of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies too. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he has to say.
The Duck, and although I don't think it's the Grandmaster ship, it definitely looks very similar to a Sakaran ship there that they're flying. We then get Dormammu coming through a portal, what looks like Zeus coming down through the clouds, and I'm guessing this is from the Maria Rambeau episode because we see her flying alongside what looks like one of the Valkyrie ships later in this trailer. We then get another shot of Wong on his way to fight Spectral Vision, our first look at Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight in the Mech episode, Maria Rambeau falling to her knees, and then this planet destroying. We'll talk about that in just a second. Then we cut to some decent frames from the Mech episode.
Going back real quick, the Moon Knight, I don't know. Moon Knight, I felt like had a bunch of potential, but they kind of convoluted the episodes with a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter. I wish that they could just make that like straight up rated R, because I think we would really get some good TV if they do another season of that. I know that there's been rumors that they're trying to get the Midnight Suns together, and I hope that would be another rated R movie. I think there's a whole section of like Marvel television and movie adaptations that need to be like strictly rated R, like the Blades, Moon Knight, Deadpool, like that type of stuff. Yeah, definitely rated R. And I think there's a huge market for people who want to see those types of movies. You saw how much money that Deadpool and Wolverine made, and that was an R-rated movie. So there's definitely a market out there, and I think that Disney and Marvel need to cater to it.
We know that Sam Wilson will be one. There's the Moon Knight mech. We believe one of these is War Machine. Maria Rambeau's in one of them, and also one of them looks like there's Shang-Chi because it's red and what looks like using the 10 rings right here in this frame. Now, I'm pretty sure this is cut dialogue because he says Avenger Assemble instead of Avengers. We then get more scenes from the Wenwu set as a Western where he's doing karate against a bunch of cowboys. Some scenes.
Interesting that they're going to do like a Western episode. Like, if, of all genres of TV, Westerns are probably the ones that I don't feel the most. So I'm really interested to see if that episode like clicks for me, because I have not been feeling like Western stuff. I really tried. There's a bunch of different shows and movies that I've tried that were like straight up like actual Westerns and the classics. Like, I try them and I just can't do it. Like, it's just not my style. So I hope that if there was any hope for me in watching anything that's a Western, it would have to be a Marvel sort of adaptation. So I'm hoping that this one would be good.
From the Red Guardian Winter Soldier team up episode that was the first leaked trailer. Then we see Maria Rambeau again flying alongside what looks like the Valkyrie ship. In the foreground you can see what look like Ultron bots there, so I'm guessing the Spectral Vision episode is Ultron in Spectral Vision's body, and Maria Rambeau is teamed up with the same heroes that we see with Wong, and they're all trying to battle Spectral Vision. Now here we are with another planet exploding, and this time there's literally an Avengers A inside the planet. Now there are 2 episodes that could have exploding planets or / exploding Earths in them. The first one is rumored to be What If Tiamat actually emerged, and we also see one of the Celestials later in a quick frame, so it could be from that. The other world destroying.
I still think that the whole Eternals and everything that surrounded that movie was kind of a miss by Marvel. So it's interesting that they're still kind of rolling with it. I know in the upcoming Captain America movie, you're going to see some fallout from quote unquote Tiamat Island too. So they're keeping it going. I don't know if you're going to be able to save those characters because they weren't really, I don't know. There's certain things I think that Marvel does that deserves to be a movie. There are things that deserve to be a TV show. I think maybe the Eternals could have been like included in something else, but I don't know if they deserved their own movie necessarily. So we'll see if they're able to sort of like revive that series, because I think it's kind of on life support after the first one because it wasn't that good.
Episode was also said to be What If Surtur had attacked Earth, and I'm wondering if the mech episode isn't them fighting Surtur in their mechs. Either one would be capable of destroying a planet, but it's super curious why the explosion left the Avenger symbol and behind. It would almost imply that the detonation was meant to make this symbol in its wake, as if the Avengers were the ones responsible for it, so we'll have to wait and see what in the world this actually is. Now notice the blue there. It definitely matches the whole hue and color of this scene here, where we have multiple Watchers talking down to what looks like our Uatu the Watcher down in the left-hand corner. Now these voices are first presented as what looks like a huge machine, and I'm theorizing that this is actually the rumored Mysterio episode, and that these 3 Watchers are simply illusions. Mysterio's just obviously leveled up somewhat. This also could be adding up to the culmination of the storyline that's been running through season 1.
Mysterio is a super dope villain, and I feel like he was sort of cut short in the Spider-Man movie. I hope that he's not actually dead, and that they bring him back and they actually do like a real legit Sinister Six movie. That would be super awesome.
1 in season 2 with Captain Carter and be part of the finale, which if it's not Mysterio creating these and these are actual Watchers, well then yeah, I would guess that's probably true. Now speaking of which, in one of these very next frames, this actually looks like Mysterio if you zoom in close enough with the fishbowl helmet. It could be that he's controlling, again, all of those illusions. It definitely seems implied that way by the number of wires that he's controlling from whatever
super
the heck
powered up
is.
too.
We then get a shot of Spectral Vision coming out of a trapdoor, and there's sort of an illusion going on here. Those look like they're Sentinel sized, but they're not. That's just the camera being on the ground, and in the foreground their legs look much bigger than they are. Those are definitely the same bots that we see in earlier frames fighting against Maria Rambeau. We then see what looks like Arishem. That's obviously from the What If Tiamat emerged. We get an episode of Kahori and Captain Marvel fighting alongside each other in an extension of their storyline from season 2. We then get a bunch of frames of the characters involved in the season, with a follow-up to the title card, none other than Storm showing up wielding Mjolnir. As the rumors had implied, Marvel themselves had even semi-confirmed it earlier this week when they talked about a huge character making her appearance.
Now it is interesting that they decide to give Storm her official MCU appearance in a show like this. I know it does leave it open so that they can cast an actress eventually who is to their liking, but yeah, it's kind of interesting that they decide to throw her into something like this, like just bring in a mutant, like sort of nonchalantly, almost in like a throwaway kind of role, because I don't know how many people watched the first 2 seasons of What If, but I kind of feel like it's probably a smaller group compared to a lot of their more popular Disney Plus shows. But yeah, it does lend some credence, and maybe it will get a few more viewers if you have like Storm in this. So I'm hoping that it's good. I'm really hoping it's good.
She's obviously from the multiverse and wielding Thor's hammer, which is something that happened in the comics. They even went that way with her costume. And this again is from the finale and what we assume is the follow-up Kahori and Captain Marvel and basically Guardians of the Multiverse storyline that's been running through the previous 2 seasons. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below, how hype you are for What If Season 3. Obviously, I did not get
Yeah, so that was it. Pretty good recap. Let's switch screens real quick. Yeah, I really like using other people's videos where they do like full in-depth breakdowns, and then I can kind of chime in with my comments because it's really tough. So I just want to give a big shout out to everybody over at Everything Awesome, especially All Fires, who was the guy who hosted the episode. But yeah, season 3, What If, just looking at it, it does not get me crazy hyped. I know once I start watching the episodes, I'm going to get drawn in, hopefully, and then I'm going to be feeling the show. But just like watching it, the way that they end up throwing things together, it makes it difficult for me. And the way that everything is almost a one off, it's difficult for me too, because I love how everything can be interconnected. So I'm hoping that at some point in this, they start bringing in some of the elements that are going to sort of lay the groundwork for the upcoming phase in Marvel. But maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe I'm not. What do you think about season 3 of What If? Do you think it's going to be good? You think it's going to be bad? You're going to give it a thumbs up? You're going to give it a thumbs down? But while you're here, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. And as far as thumbs up go, you better give this channel a thumbs up, and you might as well subscribe too while you're at it. Thanks for checking out another episode of Watch Stuff with us. I'm JD. Peace. All right, so we got that out the way. I'm gonna throw this other banner on because I am about to watch the episode right now. Yeah, if you have Disney Plus, I'm gonna ask you to tune in to Disney Plus right now. And I skipped all the intros and all that other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the episode right now and react to it live online. You can do it with me because this is a party. Starting right now. What is up with this 80s intro? Cap'n Munchies. Definitely something going on. Oh, hmm. So look, we had two big giant kaiju type monsters, huh? Okay. Okay. And again, the episode title for this one is What If the Hulk Fought the Mech Avengers? So guess we'll get a bunch of Avengers and mechs today, huh? Okay. All right. I'm here for it if they pull it off right. I'm always a little bit nervous about that. I am the Watcher. The Gamma War? Okay. Oh, maybe this scene from the movie. I wonder why this Cap doesn't look like Chris Evans, but the Falcon does look like his actual counterpart. Definitely Mark Ruffalo's voice too. That's cool. I wonder why they have some of the voices and not like their actual full likenesses. Yeah, you don't want to be breaking up a ship, bro. I don't know if that's the best logic. Interesting logic we got there. What I don't understand is how it's like consciousness is there. But I should throw out all my logic. I know. Okay, now I see why they needed the mix. That is kind of cool though. Dang, 10 years later. Red Guardian. Okay. Oh, Shang-Chi. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if Captain America, well, at least Sam Wilson Captain America in the movies coming up is going to be as assertive as he is in this show. I got some comments about them being in mech. I just hope that I remember it by the end of the show so I can explain what I'm thinking right now. What are they paying for? What are they out of breath for? So have some rocks take them out, huh? Okay at best thus far. Okay at best. So he's looking for him. Like literally, you got an entire island and you got to find Bruce on it. That's always been the thing with Bruce, man. Can't handle his power and doesn't want to change. I think they slid a little bit too far in the direction of him controlling his powers with where he's at currently in the MCU, but I think there needs to be some sort of happy medium. Like you want him to be that rage Hulk, but you don't want him to be Dr. Hulk either, where he's like, or Professor Hulk is that I think that's what they call him. It's crazy how close they are in this show, as in, Falcon, or I should say Captain America, Sam Wilson, and Bruce, because they aren't that close in the actual like movies and stuff too. Gave him a nuke. Are they gonna like Voltron it up? Hmm. Yep, they're gonna Voltron it up. Mhm. That's kinda cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I always love how you have, like, mech combat and stuff, and you got these 6 people, like, what who's driving it? Like, what is everybody doing? Is somebody has, like, somebody controlling one leg, another person controlling another one, like, they always make it sound like it's, like, some combo of everybody doing everything, and that can't be the case. There's no way you'd be able to coordinate them like that. New York is, like, super destroyed if that's what they're at. Mhm. Super Gamma Hulk. So what made him not afraid this time? What changed? Hmm, that's a cool scene. Hulkzilla. Nah, the slow-mo. And the sound effect like on the original Incredible Hulk show, that's cool. That's a nice little throwback. Hmm. When is he gonna do, like, the nuclear? Yep, yep, that's cool. It's still one of my favorite scenes ever when you see Godzilla like breathing his nuclear breath into whatever he's fighting and like blows it up. Like that's sick. If he just steps on him and crushes him. So he just turns and walks away. All right. All right. Well, the episode is now over. If you are just joining in right now, I am JD, and we just finished watching episode 1 of What If. It is up already, and has been up all day. I guess it came out last night at midnight. So yeah, it's been up all day. But yeah, I just watched it. Just gonna react to it real quick before we get on out of here tonight. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, it was good. I understand the premise, and I know that everything on here is like, sort of one-off stories, and sort of like Elseworld stuff and things that wouldn't happen in the normal, Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I mean, I get that have to, have all these interesting stories and stuff. But this one, it really wasn't that interesting. And then the ending with, them, their friendship led, like their friendship got them through whatever, even though he had turned into the Hulk, had turned into the Godzilla version of himself. Like it was, I don't know. It just wrapped up rather easily. And I know you only have 30 minutes to work with, but I feel like everything that I've seen thus far with like Creature Commandos is better. So as far as animation goes, I think they're taking a dub on that one. But yeah, I mean, it's okay for a first episode if they build from there. I hope that there's going to be some sort of through line, some sort of tie line with all of this. And it's not just truly, 8 episodes of one-offs that just have nothing to do with anything sort of together. So, but yeah, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, I guess I would give it a 3. Could have been worse, but it was still pretty meh. I'm excited to watch the rest of it because I have a feeling that it's going to turn up a little bit more. And I just need to figure out when they're going to be dropping these episodes, if they're going to switch to 8 p.m. for the drops, or if they're going to continue to do them at midnight, because I would love to do it, do a live stream, like watch party when it actually comes out. So thanks for checking us out tonight. I will be back again tomorrow, whatever time they decide to drop the episode, I'll be back. So be sure to come back. While you're here, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below. And if you like what you see, if you don't like what you see, drop that comment, because even the hater comments help. So, but drop that like below, drop a comment, share this out. If you're watching this on Twitter/X, hit the heart button on there. You can retweet it. You can like it on there as well. So, all those views, everything helps. My people on Twitch, thank you for tuning in over there too. I appreciate you. You can always drop a comment, because those comments do show on screen, regardless of where you're at. So appreciate you guys. Again, I will be back tomorrow for the next episode of What If Season 3. So I don't know exactly when that time is going to be, but when I do it, you should have hit that notification bell, and then you get notified that I'm online. So hang out with me then. And until then, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.